women, I want you to understand that UPDF lost many forces, many of their fighters, in an attempt to bring peace and stability to that region. The second phase, or the other core component of the disarmament process, was the government was to put into place social economic activity and to build infrastructure and to ensure that the region recovers effectively. I'm proud to say that for the first time, Karamoja now has electricity from Opuyo substation of 132 kVA, which is able to power several industries in the region. Secondly, you now also can see the road between Soroti and Moroto fully tarmacked. At one point, it will take you 2 days. If it is the rainy season, when conditions are terrible, to move between Moroto and Soroti or vice versa. That now takes you an average of 1 hour and 30 minutes or 1 hour and 45 minutes, depending on the type of vehicle you're moving in. Meaning that the cost, people now can move and do business, move to and fro, and help to transform the economy. You also note water was fresh water, clean water was provided, boreholes, schools, the hospital was rehabilitated, life had begun, and Karamoja at one time, Moroto, had 3 discos. This showed you that a lot of work had been done. Now people were sleeping very well. Karamoja sub-region was now becoming the food basket of the region. People could grow, cultivate, simsim, cassava, they could do sorghum, they could do maize, and under the stewardship of the First Lady, who was then the Minister of Karamoja Affairs, a number of initiatives were put in place to transform the region. And I want to say that a number of valley dams were built in Karamoja. The biggest valley dam was the one which was opened by President Museveni recently and President Uhuru Kenyatta. These initiatives now were able to augment the efforts that had been put on the ground by the disarmament process where people were sleeping reasonably well. I want therefore to lay emphasis to the fact that you will understand, especially the young people, by 1986, it is recorded, subject for you to understand, that Karamoja had 168 graduates ever since Adam and Eve left Eden, and 2 doctors. There is a tribe called the Ik. The Ik did not have a single senior 4 graduate by 1986. We thank God to the president who granted the Ik a constituency of their own. You can now see the subsistence and recognition of the aspirations of a minority tribe, which had been sidelined by the past governments. I'm giving you all these fellow countrymen and women for you to understand the background of Karamoja and where it is today and the regions. You will also appreciate one very fundamental factor, that Karamoja, now which have now gained reasonable peace and stability, you'll see that many parts of Karamoja were now getting access to electricity. Areas like Kotido, power has been designed to get to Kabong, deep near the border with South Sudan, into the areas of the road between Moroto to Kenya is under design and subject to construction on tarmac. Karamoja region, in most of the areas, especially areas like Kabong, Kotido, we are now aligned towards developing what we call the road infrastructure, electricity, and supply of water for human survival. Despite all these challenges and some of the progress that had been made, Karamoja area, because of the porous borders in between Karamoja and South Sudan, I want to say that the Toposa in South Sudan, working with some illegal elements, were now able to filter in a few arms into the region. And then in the other axis, it also note the infiltration of arms from the side of Kenya, the Turkana, and the Shifter. Then some illegal flow of arms and sale of arms. Some people started acquiring illegal guns. Now, because of the climate change, what you call the climate nomadism, what has happened is that some parts of some of the ethnic tribes, like the Bokora and the Jie,